to all y'all fam, Zay Gifted. It's your big bro, Zay Gifted. Back at y'all with another message. We too blessed to be stressed. So I want to talk to y'all for real, like, about people, fam, like, for real though, like, chosen ones, this for y'all, like, fam, like, you will really figure out who really rock with you, chosen ones. You will really figure out who really there for you. But chosen ones, we was made to stand out. We was made to be alone. We was made to just walk this path alone. But you will really figure out your true friends. Who really rock with you the most when you in your darkest moments, when you in your deepest moments. Like, I gotta understand that, fam. Yahusha, he will put people, like the people that say they love you, the people who say they rock with you, he will put them in a position to show their true colors, to show how they really feel about you in your darkest moments. He'll put you in situations to show how they really come through for you, to show how they really care about you. I gotta understand. And like I said, fam, like, fam, I want to tell about my story. I never believed in magic. I never believed in nothing can happen until I seen my dogs turn into snakes. Till I see them show their true colors. Like, yeah, they say they rock with you. Like, I gotta understand, like, it was after high school. Dr. was my dog. We used to hang out together, smoke together, do all this party together, like everything. But it was that one moment. Yahusha put me in the pit. I lost everything, had nothing. And my friends, everybody knew what I was going through. Even my parents, because I live with my mother, my grandma, all them. Like, everybody knew what I was going through. And, like, my brother was still hanging out with them, so they knew. He probably told them, but at the same time, I felt in my spirit, they knew. So, like, I had nothing. I didn't have a job no more. And I was on the game one day. I remember I was playing with him one day, and I told him I didn't work at the place I used to work at no more. So that was giving them right there. So then I started crying out to Yahusha, cause yet again, like, I'm the type of person to put the people around me on, like, if they need a job, I'm gonna give them a job. I'm gonna tell my manager, let them get a job, this and that, or like. But when it was my time, when I was going through something, nobody wanted to help me. And Yahusha, he was revealing their true colors to me. So like the people I used to go to school with, they'll say things over your life. People you be around, people you know, people that know you. They'll hate your life, and they'll say things, and it can come to pass. Y'all gotta understand that. They probably telling people you're gonna be a nobody for the rest of their life. They probably thought you was gonna be a nobody. They wanted to see you fall. Y'all gotta understand that. And it happened that one day where I had nothing. They thought they had me, and I just got on Instagram one day when I was in that pit. I had nothing. Everybody knew, and I could just see. I can read things. I read in codes. So, like, they were so happy I didn't have nothing. They were so happy I couldn't do nothing. They were so happy I didn't have nothing to my name, because I'm the type of person, when I post pictures on IG, when I do what I do, I don't do it to compete with nobody else. I do it out the love of my heart. And chosen ones, people will hate that. They'll see that you will do things deliberately about yourself. You'll be saying stuff, but they want to be about nobody else, and you got yourself. You only in competition with yourself. I gotta understand that. And people don't realize that, like, but my own homeboys, I never believed in magic until they turned to the snake. My own homeboys couldn't even give me a job. They couldn't even give me a word of encouragement. They couldn't even lift me off my feet. The only person who was there to lift me off my feet was Yahusha. He was the only one who was there. His love and mercy lifted me, fam. I gotta understand that, fam. And it'd be a stranger unaware that you don't even know that help you get out of your struggle. Y'all gotta understand that. It'd be a stranger unaware who will put you on. Not the people you knew for the longest. It'd be the people that love you the strongest. They'll be the ones that lift you off your feet. Y'all gotta understand that. It'd be a stranger unaware. Strangers help you more than people you know for the longest. Strangers help you more than people that's closest to you. Y'all gotta understand that. And y'all gotta understand why they was laughing at me. They was laughing at me while I cried. And chosen ones, they'll laugh at you while you crying. They'll laugh at you when you down. They'll kick you while you down. Y'all gotta understand that. And they celebrated while you was healing. Because y'all got to understand that when we in that pit, when we take a time, because chosen ones, we like to isolate ourselves so they can reserve our energy. So when we take a time, while they celebrating while we healing, y'all got to understand, we really working on ourselves in private. Y'all got to understand that Yahusha is really working on us. He's showing us people true colors in our eyes. But at the same time, they celebrating while you was healing. They whispered lies about you long enough to echo. They whispered lies about you saying, oh, I told you he was gonna not be this and that. I told you he was gonna fall. I told you he was not gonna be this and that. They were saying that. Why they whispered long enough and echoed. Y'all gotta understand, anything that anybody do, y'all gotta understand. Like, when they dealing with a chosen one, Palmer will hit them even harder. It's not us they fighting against. It's the universe they fighting against. It's Yahushua they fighting against. Y'all gotta understand that. So when they trying to fight against us, they not fighting against us. They fighting against Yahushua. They fighting against the universe. And they can't win that battle. Y'all gotta understand. They even had the audacity. Like, y'all gotta understand, chosen ones. You are the main character. It's like you're in a movie. Say like you the actor. And then people talking about you. They the audience. They watch you, fam. They gotta pull a chair to your table. Y'all gotta understand that. But now it's your truth that's shaking the wall. I gotta understand that when Yahushua raised you out that pit, when he raised you in front of the same people who was talking about you, talking down on you, I gotta understand that when you come out that pit and tell the truth, like I gotta understand it shakes their walls, it shakes. I gotta understand that. Because while people were spreading lies about you, making up fake stories, making lies, spreading rumors, trying to flip this and that, no. They not coming to the truth. They're not coming to the person that God's talking about. They're not coming to you. I gotta understand that. Your truth gonna shake their walls. I gotta understand that. That silence you kept, it was your forge. It was your forge. I gotta understand that. That silence you kept. You didn't want to get in that mess. You be like chosen ones, we be silent. We don't gotta go above and beyond. We be silent because we preserve our energy, we protect our peace. I gotta understand that. We be silent because we know we don't fight our battles. It's the universe. It's Yahushua who fights our battles for us. We fight all of ours. He fight all of our battles for us. We have nothing to fight. So I gotta understand that. So you just be silent and let him move. Let him handle the situation. I gotta understand that. And I gotta understand, like, when they see you not communicating back with them, when you're not arguing back with them, that hurts them. They feel like it don't hurt them when they silent. They feel like you weak. They feel like they winning. They feel like they got on top of you because you're not talking back. So they feel like, oh yeah, he weak. He ain't gonna do this and that. Y'all gotta understand that, fam. Y'all gotta understand that loneliness. That loneliness was your transformation. That setback, that isolation when you had nobody in your corner. That was your transformation to go higher. That was your transformation so you can focus on yourself, so you can worry about what you like to do, so you can worry about yourself and how you gonna elevate. Focus on your relationship with Yahushua. That was your transformation chamber. Y'all don't understand that. And every time you choose, like I said, every time you choose not to clap back, not to explain yourself, not to get into the satisfaction they thought they were winning. They thought they was winning. Yahushua will let people shine. He'll let people think they got one up on you, but the minute he raised you out of that pit, like y'all gotta understand, when they wasn't there for you when you was in that pit, like I said, loyalty, you will figure out who really loyal with you. You will really figure out who down with you, who say they love you like you do when you in that pit. And why you giving them the satisfaction they thought they was winning? Like I said, he'll let them get that shine. He'll let them think they higher up than you. The people spreading lies, the people that's in higher positions, he'll let them think they in higher positions than you at that moment. But the minute he raised you out that pit, you're gonna be doing better than, you're gonna be elevating even better than, you're gonna be in positions that they can't even be in themselves. Y'all gotta understand it. You were just rising in secret. You were just elevating. You were just focusing on yourself, not worrying about nobody else, but just focusing on yourself. Because that's what the chosen was all about. We don't worry about nobody else. We don't compete with nobody else. We focus on ourselves. We do what's best for ourselves. We do what's marvelous in Yahushua. I gotta understand that. So chosen ones, like I said, you will figure out who really loyal, who really there with you and thick and thin when you in your darkest moments, when you in your toughest moments. And that's when your faith shows. That's when Yahushua gonna test you the most to see if you're gonna trust him even more when you in your darkest moments. Like I said, I never believed in magic till my dogs turned into snakes. Till I seen the people I thought loved me. Till I seen the people I used to dap up every day, thought they was gonna be there, thought they was gonna help me when I didn't have nothing. But they was really, Yahushua was showing me they was really in secret competition with me. They feel like every time I came on, they had to tolerate me and not celebrate me. They feel like they had to compete with me with other people, join other people just to go against me. And that's one reason y'all gotta understand. People, chosen ones, people will give you strange and weird vibes when they're around you. They feel like they gotta tolerate you when you come into their presence. They feel like, oh, you don't fit in with them, and they showing you don't fit in with them. So it's better off to be alone. I gotta understand that. And I got this thing that I heard in Skilla Baby song, like I'll be by myself. That's when I'm at my best, because I can't call on a lot of niggas to come clean up my mess. You shouldn't want to have to call. Yahushua put me in a position to where I won't have to call on nobody else. Nobody else, because I realize my worth. I realize who I truly am in Yahushua. I know I don't have to call on nobody no more because when I'm by myself, but that's when I'm at my best. He was showing me you at your best when you by yourself. You at your best when you by yourself. Chosen was your best when you by yourself. You gotta understand that you are more than a conqueror. The only person you should have to call on is Yahushua. He was showing me that, like, fam, like, don't put your trust in me. Don't put your trust in these people because they say they love you, but I'm showing you their true colors. I'm showing you how they really feel about you. They was competing with you this whole time since you grew up with them. They didn't like you, but they was playing that part. They were playing like they really liked me, but they feel like they had to compete with me. They feel like they had to tolerate me. Now I know why I didn't get invited. Now I know why I didn't get invited nowhere after a few moments. Now I know why I feel like they didn't want to invite me no more because I was still in the light. I was still in the show. They feel like they had to tolerate me. They seen how people love me. Chosen was, and that's the thing. They see how people love you. They see like how people treat you, and they hate that because they're not getting that same treatment. They feel like if they gotta hang out with you, if they bring you places, you're gonna steal the light. It's not that you're trying to steal the light. It's just your Holy Spirit. It's just your aura. It's just the God that's within you. It's your spirit that's taking over. It's your personality because they can't do the stuff like you. They can't do what you do. They can't walk how you walk, act like how you walk. You just so genuine. You just so kind, so calm, so. Your personality out of this place, I gotta understand that, fam. And like, this last story before I get off here. Like I said, I never believed in magic till my dog turned into a snake. I thought I had this one girl I loved the most. I thought I missed the woman of my life. I thought I was gonna be with this girl for the rest of my life, fam. Like, we was on the phone every night, FaceTiming. We was going to school, talking to each other, telling each other we love each other and stuff, all this and that. But fam, I had this homeboy I went to school with, thought he was my bro. He was my brother, like really, he was my fam. Like, we was really like that for real. Like, and next thing you know, never tell anybody who your female. If you got a good woman, never tell your brother. No, never tell your bros or show you who your woman is, because they will bite. They will try her, fam. I'm telling you, if you got a good woman, don't let nobody know who you got, because they will bite. Like, I started bringing my woman around. I started telling her around. I added her to the group chat too, because she wanted to be in the group chat with the bros. But I feel like this was planned. This was set up, bro. It just something about that just hit. Like, fam, when I added her to the group chat, she was just clicking with them already, fam. Like, and it just like when I brought her around, I had so many homeboys at the time, so she probably was picking who she liked. And it was this homeboy that I had. But bro, mind you, it was summer, fam. So you know they wild in the summer, fam. So like, bro, when they told me this story, bro, you don't know how bad it broke me. You don't know how bad I cried, bro, because it was a girl I loved, bro. I wanted her, bro. Like, it broke me, bro. I didn't want to believe this story with my bro. They tried to hide it from me, bro, because they knew how I would react. They wanted to keep it from me, but you gotta understand, you can lie to me, you can keep it from me, but you can't keep it from Yahushua. What's done in the dark is gonna soon come to light, fam. Like, bro, this girl picked the dude that she wanted out of my friend group, fam. And when I tell you the story that I heard, fam, like, she had sex with my homeboy, but they try to lie and say it didn't fit in, bro. He popped her cherry because she was a virgin, bro. I thought that I was gonna do that, like, for real though, I thought I was gonna do that. Like, he popped her cherry, he linked with her one night. Like, he linked with her 2 times before I even did, bro. That's crazy. My homeboy, fam, he popped her cherry, he did all that, fam. So like, fam, like, I never believed in snakes. I never believed in magic, so my dog turned into a snake, fam. And like, everybody who I was hanging out with, they knew he did that, but they tried to keep it from me, bro. They tried to hide it from me, but it's gonna soon come to light. I gotta understand, it's gonna soon come to pass. Like, and bro, when I linked with her, fam, and I wanted to do that, fam, it was like, no, it was like, I don't want to do this with you, I don't like this and that. And then she tried to text me because we went to go see fireworks later that day. She tried to text me and say she's sorry because she didn't let me. And I was like, it's cool though. But at the same time, he was showing me people true colors. He was showing me how loyal people is, fam. Like, chosen ones, don't never let your guard down to people. Don't never dim your light. Don't never stoop down to nobody's level to lose yourself, fam. Always know your worth. You are more than a conqueror, fam. You are more. Like, your worth in Yahushua is beyond this world, fam. Like, Yahushua loves you even, like, he loves you so much. You are his special people. You gotta understand that, fam. And you will figure out who really with you, who really rock with you in your darkest moments, fam. Loyalty is key. I hope y'all take something from this video and about my stories and about my testimonies. This is some of my testimony that I go through, and it's leading up to what I be talking about. But yeah, I love y'all. Yahushua loves y'all even more. We true to this. We not new to this. Stay up and bless everyone.